Beloved saints, today's 5-minute message of redemptive history will be about Esau, a descendant of sin who stood on the side of Cain, from the first book Genesis Genealogies. The history of sin of those who stood on the side of Cain did not end with Lamech, the 6th generation of Cain, but it continued through Nimrod, the grandson of Ham, as he attempted to build the Tower of Babel. Then it continued through Ishmael, the son of Abraham, born of Hagar the maid. Then this history of sin continued through Esau, the son of Isaac and twin brother to Jacob. First, Esau followed the way of Cain. Esau had 3 wives. They were Adah and Oholibamah, who were Canaanite women. And he also married Basmath, who was a daughter of Ishmael. In Genesis 36 verses 2-3, it says, Esau took his wives from the women of Canaan, Adah, daughter of Elon the Hittite, and Oholibamah, daughter of Anah, and granddaughter of Zibeon the Hivite. Also Basmath, daughter of Ishmael and sister of Nebaioth. Through these marriages, Esau simultaneously linked himself with the line of Canaan, the son of Ham, and the line of Ishmael. Canaan was a son of Ham. Nimrod was a grandson of Ham. Ishmael married an Egyptian who was a descendant of Ham. So through these marriages of Esau, he has linked himself with Nimrod and Ishmael. Thus, these ungodly men not only shared a common philosophy and lifestyle, but they also became a part of each other's bloodline through marriage. They united in the effort to stand against God's will and to continue on the path of disbelief. So Esau walked the way of Cain. We can see this when he lost his place in God's covenantal blessings because he took the privileges of his birthright lightly and sold it to Jacob his brother. This is in Genesis 25 verses 29-34 and Hebrews chapter 12 verses 16-17. Second, Amalek, a descendant of Esau, followed the sinful way of Cain. When we look in Exodus 17 verse 16, it says that God has sworn that he will war against Amalek from generation to generation. Why? When the Israelites were coming out of Egypt during the Exodus, the Amalekites attacked the people that were at the rear of the procession. He attacked the stragglers that were faint and weary at the end of the line. And this is in Deuteronomy chapter 25, verses 17-19. Amalek was the ancestor of all of the Amalekites. And this Amalek was a grandson of Esau. In Genesis 36, verse 12, it says, Esau's son Eliphaz also had a concubine named Timnah, who bore him Amalek. And so truly the wicked heart of Esau has been passed down to Amalek. Third, Haman, a descendant of Esau, followed the sinful way of Cain. During the reign of King Ahasuerus of Persia, there was a woman named Esther who made a confession of faith, saying, "If I perish, I perish." At that time, there was a man named Haman who tried to annihilate all of the people of Judah. This is in Esther chapter 3, verses 1-15. He made a plan to annihilate all of the people of Judah. At that time, it was Queen Esther who saved the people from destruction through her sacrificial faith. However, who was Haman? In Esther 3 verse 1, verse 10, 8 verse 5, 9 verse 24, it says that Haman was an Agagite. In 1 Samuel 15 verse 8, it says that Agag was the king of the Amalekites. And who was Amalek? Amalek was the grandson of Esau. So then we know that Haman, who was an Agagite, was a descendant of Esau. Beloved saints, Esau and his descendants Amalek and Haman tried to interrupt God's redemptive history by afflicting the covenantal people of God. However, God had sworn that he would be at war with Amalekites for afflicting his people. He has also stopped Haman from annihilating the covenantal people through Esther. In such a way, even if the power of sin is strong, God's work of salvation is even greater. Everyone, as the time gets closer to the end, there will be descendants of sin that will try to make the saints stumble. And their name is Babylon. In Revelation 17 verse 5, it says, "And on her forehead was written a name of mystery, Babylon the Great, mother of prostitutes and of earth's abominations." Here, Babylon refers to those who could not protect their faith and had been tempted to become partakers of the abominable deeds and of the great harlot of the world. But the Bible testifies that this great city Babylon that will appear in the end time will fall in the end. And then God's work of redemptive history will be fulfilled. Let us all look toward that day in faith. Let us strive toward righteousness and live lives without regret and diligence. I bless in the name of the Lord.